welcome to a GCN training video here on GCN Training. Now, if you haven't signed up and subscribed to this channel, then make sure you do so, because you can get all access to all our training videos and you will be kept up to date if you hit that notifications bell icon. So when we upload a new video, you can check it out and try it. There's loads of videos, from training videos on the bike, indoor sessions, to also out on the bike, nutrition, stretching, and everything in between. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and you give this video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Why have you clicked on this channel? Well, you want to get a good workout in. You want to get a sweat on, feel the endorphins, and also build your FTP. Now that's your functioning threshold power. So it's a good starting point getting on this video, because it's going to be a hard one, a really tough one. We got a 5-minute warm-up and now we're hitting 4-minute warm-up left. So make sure you get on your bike and you're ready for a good hard session. Get a drink close by or on your bike. Make sure you've got some good amount of water in, or even chuck some electrolytes in there. You've got a towel nearby. Now, unfortunately, I haven't, but if you have got one, you can wipe that sweat from your brow. And also, you've got some music on. You're going to need it. So we've got a 4-minute warm-up. This is basically getting the legs spinning. We can start to ramp it up if you'd like, so you can get a bit more warmed up. We're going to go into then 2 10-minute threshold efforts. So this is a perceived effort level 8. So it's going to be hard and it's going to need to be paced. So make sure you select the right gear going into the effort, and then try and hold on with me all the way to the end. We've got a little break in between those two efforts, and then we have got a sprint, so 30-second effort to finish off. It's a 42-minute long video, this, so if you can make it all the way to the end, that is good enough for me. All you want to do is start clicking down the gears, warming those legs up, getting that heart pumping, shooting all that blood around the body, giving your muscles some extra red blood cells to play with. When it comes to indoor training sessions, it's not like outdoors where it takes a while to get warmed up. Indoors, you're actually going to be warmed up quicker than you think. It's hotter, you're not moving, so you haven't got that wind to cool you down. So you're ending up going to be, unless you've got a really uber fan, and you're ending up going to be overheating. So making sure you get a good enough amount of water in is going to be absolutely imperative. So make sure you're spinning out at about 90 RPM if you've got a cadence sensor. Concentrating on getting some deep controlled breaths in. Right. You should be starting to feel a little bit warmed up. We've got 1 minute 30 seconds left before we go into our first effort. If you need a longer warm-up, then all you have to do is hit pause. Yeah, you can hit pause. That way you can do as long as warm-up as you need, and then press play again. You can join back in with us. If you feel like getting out of the saddle, then you can do so. You might want to select a slightly bigger gear, give yourself a bit more resistance. Otherwise, just get in the saddle, start ramping up your cadence, making sure you're sufficiently warmed up for what is actually quite a hard session. I mean, a 10-minute effort is never easy. Right. If you see cuts on my legs, I seem to have ran through a bramble bush. Running. It's not as good as cycling, let me tell you that. Right, 30 seconds left. I can have a feeling it's going to be a sweaty one today. It was absolutely freezing in this room. Now it is boiling. 15 seconds now. Start thinking about your gears. Start thinking about your body position. Start thinking about the effort. 3, 2, 1. Here we go now. Got 10 minutes. So select a bigger gear. If you want to get out of the saddle, then do so. Just to get on top of the gear. So this is a perceived effort of 8. So what that means is if 10 was your maximum, then drop that down by 2, and that's kind of what you're aiming for. If you want to start at a perceived effort of 6 and work your way up through the effort, then do so. But let's try and aim for a good threshold effort. Now you might be asking why this is helping your FTP. Well, if we can work for 10 minutes above our threshold, and have a little break, and then do another set above threshold, then this is all gonna work out those adaptations, building that muscle, and stress those muscles, so when they repair, they can get back stronger, and ultimately, you're gonna get fitter. This session will help on climbs, will help maintaining good power. So it's a really good one that if you're in the mindset, you've got a good amount of motivation to get your teeth into. So I'm sitting at about 350 watts. Heart rate is starting to rise, about 170. So it is hard, but the clock is counting down fast. We've already blown away 2 minutes. We've got 8 minutes to go. Keep focused and try ramp it up. Control that breathing. Think of yourself going up a Pyrenees climb. You're sitting in the saddle, you're engaging all your muscles. You've got a nice controlled breathing. You're relaxed upper body. Nice work. Keep it in now. If you started easy and you're working your way up, try and work up your way to that perceived effort scale of 8. If you want to get out of the saddle, then do. Mix up the positions of the bike. I'll tell you what though, the first 10 minutes is always harder. Once you get that rest in, you've had that first flush of lactic acid, you might even find the second 10 minutes is almost easier. Right. It's counting down now. Sit back in the saddle if you want to. Get back that cadence. Get back on top of that gear. Relax those arms and those elbows. Ramp up, you got this, come on. Dig in now. Want to see some pain faces. We're all in it together. Coming up to halfway, come on. Dig in. If you want to get on the drops, then do so. It's really good to utilize all those hand positions. If you've got a drop bar bike, it's good to get into the habit of changing your hand positions from tops to hoods to drops. Get that variety in there. It's going to start to bite now. Hold it now. Engage that core. Keep stable. Come on now. Under 5 minutes. We're under halfway. Hold that effort. Hold that power. Dig in. Come on, dig in now. Feel the burn. Keep control of that breath. Remember, this is aerobic, meaning you need the oxygen. So, let's get some big breaths in, getting all those oxygenating those red blood cells. Utilize all your energy sources, all your muscles. Hold it. If you want to drop into a bigger gear, you can. Eke out more of yourself. You've got a rest in between. You can recover. So let's make this count. Into the last 3 minutes now. Come on, dig in. Don't give up now. We're close. Fight to the end. No matter how much you're screaming, you're hurting. Only 2.5 minutes to go. Fight, come on. Dig in. With me now. Up, up. Come on. 2 minutes. You can do this. Anyone can push through 2 minutes. Dig in now. Coming up, 6 seconds left. You got this. You've got it in you to fight to the end. Right, you ready? If you can, stand up with me going into the last minute. Drop down a gear and out of the saddle. Dig in. Keep the pressure on. Not long now. Push, 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 push. Dig in. Back it in for the last 20 seconds. Rev up. Hit that perceived effort of 8. Come on now. I'm going to count you down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Right, guys and girls, you've got 5 minutes left. You're You got 5 minutes, easy spinning. On the screen there, you'll see a speed to effort level 4. So ideally, if you can, get your breath back and then go back to sitting under tempo. So looking at about 150 watts to 200 watts. Keep the legs spinning with a little bit of pressure. Now don't be deceived. This recovery will go really quick and then we're back into 10 minutes. So make sure you get some fluids on board. Really important. Especially if you're losing the amount of water I currently am. The time is ticking down. The next 10-minute effort is looming. Spin out those legs. Get back control of your breathing. That was a solid effort. The first one I always find is the toughest. It kind of shocks your body. You might have just gotten up or your body's kind of been resting mode and now it's been shocked into kick-starting. Your lactates flush your legs. So now hopefully we can sit slightly more comfortably in that perceived effort of 8. If you're wondering what trainer I'm using, I've got a Wahoo kicker, I've got a Wahoo mat, and a Wahoo head unit here. This is a direct drive trainer, meaning I can take my rear wheel out and plug it straight on. Now I personally love these ones because they don't skip. They give you constant resistance and they're quite quiet too. Right, all 2 minutes. Yep. Time has ticked on. Time has waited for no one. It's now time to start thinking about the effort. Let's work through it mentally. Let's break it down together. Hitting the first 2 minutes, then seeing halfway point as a goal. Once you're through the halfway point, you can then watch the clock tick down. If it helps, turn me up. Let's think about it. Let's get motivated. Let's be conscious. And let's really be positive about this effort. The more energy you can withdraw from your mental state, the better you will work and the more you'll get out of your training. So we've got 1 minute now. Your legs should feel a little bit better. They should feel warmed up. They should feel a bit tingly from that lactate. And now we're into another effort. As much as it hurts, this will do your fitness wonders. Let me tell you that. Guys, time is ticking down. We've got 30 seconds. Are we ready? Are we ready? I can't hear you, but I'm guessing you're saying yes. Counting down, 20 seconds to go. I'm gonna stick it in my big ring. I'm gonna go slightly down the block to get my cadence up. 10 seconds now. Engage that gear. 3, 2, 1, and up now. It's a 10-minute effort, so don't jump into it. Let's work into it. Start putting in a little bit more pressure on the pedals. Working up to that 8 in perceived effort scale. Get back control of that breathing. If you're looking for a cadence, you want to look for one around 95. This is probably optimal and comfortable. Right, let's build up now. This is a nice long effort. So let's make it count. 9 minutes. 1 minute down. Stay focused. Concentrate now. Think of your legs like pistons, working the engine. Your upper body is staying nice and relaxed. Head and shoulders, nice and relaxed. Engaging that core. Focusing on engaging your glutes. Access all that power in your legs. Come on. I know it's hard. Dig in. Hold that effort. Keep pushing. The time is ticking down, you're doing really well. Keep it up. Let's get to that halfway point now. 1 minute 30. Then we've got that halfway point. Keep focusing. Dig it. Come on now, 6 minutes. Everyone now, let's be hitting that 8 on perceived effort. Come on. You got this, believe in yourself. Come on now, we're coming out to halfway. The hard bit's over. Now let's hold on all the way to the end. Keep digging deep. If you want to get out of saddle, you can do. Mix it up. Get some time out of the saddle. While you always try and get out of the saddle, try and hold it. Try and stay out of the saddle for a minute and then get back in the saddle. Just to mix it up. Keep my effort from not dropping. Right, get back, stand if you want to. 4 minutes now, everyone's got this. Grab a drink. Let's push our way through it. Go on, I know you've got this. Dig in. Focus on your pedaling stroke. Under 3 minutes. Keep digging in. Fight for that effort. Come on now. Give us all you got. Coming on to 2 minutes. You got this. Under 2 minutes. Get out of the saddle if you want to. Fight. All the way to the end. These are hard, but trust me, they'll be worth it. After all, there is no gain without some pain. All the way now. Last minute. Let's ramp it up. Come on now. Let's go. Coming into the last 30 seconds. Give me all you got. My legs are hurting. We're all hurting. Let's make it all the way to the end. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I don't know about you, but I felt every bit of that. Right, regain your breath. can, keep some pressure on the pedals. You got 5 minutes, and then we got a 30-second burst. Let's spin off them legs. You got this. Those are really not easy. The longer the effort, the more it takes to endure, the more mental capacity is needed. The motivation is for sure needed, because as soon as you start hitting that halfway point, it seems never ending. You've really got to dig deep. Push yourself on. It never gets easier, but you get faster and you get stronger. So let's see that as our end goal. You're doing really well so far. You need to the end of the session. We've only got 10 minutes left. So let's stay on with me all the way to the end. Keep spinning them legs. If you can, try and put a little bit of resistance on there. Maybe drop down a gear or two. Let's keep a bit of effort into the pedals. You're doing great. You're doing really great. I don't know about you, but my hat is dripping. Right, if you want to, you can sit back in the saddle and take some pressure off your arms. That recovery goes so quickly. Time flies when you're eagerly wanting it to elongate. You want that duration of recovery to be that little bit longer, but I'm afraid that's not what we've got here. The shorter the recovery, the harder it is. Right, we're coming up to 2 minutes. My legs are starting to gain some life back into them now. Bit more pressure on the pedals. All right, you're doing so well. If you can fit maybe 2 of these sessions or similar a week, then that is really going to help you make the adaptations you want to get you stronger. We're stressing the body here with these hard workouts. So in between these sessions, you want to get an easy ride in, a zone 2 ride. It helps cement the good work you've done on the turbo. Or if you're just using these sessions as a way to lose a little bit of weight, then the harder they are, ultimately, the more calories you're going to burn. Remember though, that to burn fat, you need to do a zone 1 ride. Nice and easy, but nevertheless, doing these hard sessions are going to burn a huge amount of calories. They're going to kickstart your metabolism. So if you do this in the morning, you're going to be burning calories throughout the day. So all in all, these sessions are an absolute winner. Right, we've got 30 seconds. Think about gear selection now. We want a little bit more resistance. And if I'm correct, we've got a 30-second burst. I like to grab hold of my drop bars, a bit more control, find the gear I like, and I like to burst out the saddle. Here we go now. It's a max effort. It's 30 seconds max, like sprint to the end. Sprint to the finish line. Dig in. Push, 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 push. Up, 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 up. Up. Not long now. Come on, through the gears. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is savage. Absolutely savage. Right, let's go back to tempo. Not long left of the session now. Try and keep a little bit of pressure in the pedals to back up that sprint. Let's go now. Keep it in the legs. Come on. You're so close to finish. You've got perceived effort level of 4. That is not easy. That is under tempo, but if you can set a tempo, do so. 1 minute. Let's try and keep that pressure on the pedals. You've got this. I like to just end strongly. I like to put a bit more pressure in on the pedals before my recovery. So dig in now. 30 seconds. Nineteen. 10. 5. And again, we've got a 30-second sprint, so let's go. Up a gear. Last effort. Dig in now. Everything you got. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch! Don't know about you guys, but that stung the legs. Guys, you got a recovery now. The hard work is done. You had some aerobic efforts, some anaerobic efforts in there at the end. This is a session for everything. You've got threshold efforts. You've also got those sprints that are going to help build some muscle. If you made it all the way through, then massive hats off to you. If you're as sweaty and as nailed as I am, that means you've worked hard. You've got everything out there. This session's been complete. You can put a tick by it. Now make sure you get a good get a good warm down in. Spin off the legs nice and gently. If you can stay on all the way to the end, then do so. If you want a little bit more of a recovery, then by all means just stay on the bike. And if you're mad and you fancy hitting another session, then you know where to go. So guys, thank you so much for being with me. Before clicking off this video, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe to that killer channel. And I say killer because sometimes it really does feel like that. Remember, if you've lost a good amount of liquids, then to make sure you replenish the liquids that you've lost. Dehydration is actually the biggest killer to losing performance. So making sure you get a good amount of water back in. Spin off those legs. Now, I definitely advise when you get off the bike to stretch. Now, you can do that stretching on the bike by leaning back on the saddle and putting one heel to the ground like that and leaning forwards. This will really stretch out your back of your legs, your hamstrings, also your calves. It's a really good stretch to do. And you can do that by just spinning out the legs again, dropping down the gears, and doing it again with the other leg. You want to hold it for around 20 to 30 seconds. And if you can manage 2 to 3 of these each leg, then that's really going to help you feel better, more stretched out. When your muscles contract, they tighten. Stretching, what that does is it elongates it again, and actually helps them recover better. And ultimately, you'll get stronger too, and you won't get all those aches and pains you get through your back. Spin off those legs. I'm definitely gonna need a towel. I can only apologize for how sweaty I am. But you know what they say, a sweaty hat and a wet hat is a sign of a very good session. That seems to be my tagline. So I'm gonna go with it. Oh, I am an absolute mess. I can only apologize. 30 seconds now, spin that legs out. "20 seconds. I'm gonna have to sit back on the saddle, stretch out a bit. Oh. 10 seconds. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you again in another killer training session. But for now, it's goodbye.